Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have terrible luck for the next week.
The world is full of animals of all kinds. Each is unique in its own way, whether they're big or small, tall or short. But today's video will focus only on those that are towering above us on land, as well as those who dwarf us at sea. Also, if you stay to the end of the video, we'll tell you just how the largest ever animal on Earth survives on the tiniest prey, 4,000 times smaller. Number 10. Colossal squid. Living in the deep, cold waters of the Antarctic is a scary-sized species of squid, which have, for centuries, been mistaken to be the Nordic squid-like sea creatures. But you need not fear these reddish-brown sea creatures, for they mostly, prey upon fish, crustaceans, and smaller squids. And they're not naturally aggressive to human beings. Even so, these massive squids can get quite scary, especially in the dark, chilling waters where they lurk. And get this, the colossal squid spans well over 10 meters. These are the world's largest squid species, with the largest recorded colossal squid measuring up to 14 meters long. Scientists believe that their enormous sizes can be explained by the deep-sea gigantism theory, which proposes that the deep-sea dwelling animals tend to get larger due to the reduced predation and scarcity of food in the cold temperatures of the deep waters. At depths of around 2,000 meters in the cold Antarctic waters, the colossal squid is well adapted for the deep-sea environment. Number 9. Chinese giant salamander. The largest living amphibian species on the planet, the giant salamanders of China, weigh well over 40 kilograms and span up to 180 centimeters. Interestingly, their tails make up over half of their body length. Chinese giant salamanders' natural habitat consists of freshwater environments like the Rocky Mountain streams and lakes in central China. Like fish, these creatures are fully aquatic. They don't have gills, however, instead they breathe through their skin. Chinese salamanders are typically dark brown with a molted or speckled pattern, but may also appear in other brownish tones. Their cryptic color helps them camouflage against the rocky river and lake bottoms. Despite their giant size and their award-winning prowess of camouflaging, the Chinese salamanders are fair game to the top predators in its natural habitat. Sadly, humans remain to be the worst predators, over-harvesting the Chinese salamander to near extinction. Number 8. Capybara. Native to South America, these rodents aren't your mischievous kitchen cupboard dweller or the pestilent lot raiding trash cans in the street. Nope, these are their much larger cousins, the world's largest living rodents. The capybara averages 1.3 meters in length, standing at almost 64 centimeters tall at the withers, and weigh up to 70 kilograms. With such impressive metrics, and weighing almost as much as the average human, these rodents are certainly not your everyday field mice. They're perfectly social beings, and you'll find them living in large herds of up to 40. They easily mingle with other animals too. You'll often spot monkeys, birds, or even rabbits seated or perched on them. But the most fascinating fact about these bizarre mice cousins is the fact that they eat their poop. Now that I said it, I'm not sure if that's fascinating or gross. Number 7. Ostrich. A large egg-shaped body with long legs and a long neck protruding. The ostrich stands tall and proud. It's the world's largest living bird, and it's the heaviest too. Ostriches weigh about 145 kilograms and measure up to 2.7 meters tall. They're flightless birds, but are reckoned to be the fastest runners of any two-legged animals, with speeds of over 70 kilometers an hour and single strides spanning well over 5 meters. There's no outrunning these beauties. Ostriches are omnivores, feeding on both vegetation and meat. Because they lack teeth, they swallow almost a kilo of pebbles and other stones to grind their food. Like most other birds, the ostrich eliminates fecal matter separate from urine. And I'm sure you know the ostrich 15-centimeter giant egg is at the largest of any living bird. But did you know that it's actually the smallest egg relevant to the size of the bird? Number 6. Giraffe. The giraffe is the tallest living animal on Earth, and almost everything about it is tall. Long, rather. On average, giraffes grow to a towering height of 16 meters and weigh about 1,300 kilograms. The neck alone measures about 2 meters long. Their height is an advantage when it comes to feeding, since they're able to browse on leaves and buds in treetops where few other animals can reach. Standing over grassland and scattered trees in the savannas of Africa, the giraffe can easily spot predators from afar. Male giraffes have mastered a defensive move called necking, in which they weaponize their long necks, swinging them from side to side to hit their opponents. And if they can't fight, flight is also an option. They aren't the fastest runners of the savannah, but their long legs allow them to hit 60 kilometers an hour while running for dear life. The giraffe's glorious height is also a disadvantage, especially when they have to drink water from a small water hole in the savannah. Childbirth is another problem, and female giraffes have to deliver standing up. Oh, and they sleep standing up sometimes. Number 5. African elephant. Weighing up to 6,350 kilograms and males reaching more than 7 metric tons, the African elephant is the largest living land animal. The adult African elephant consumes more than 200 kilos of food in a single day to sustain their massive bodies. The vegetarian diet is obviously good for these giants since they can live for 60 to 70 odd years. African elephants have an interestingly complex social life, and like other elephant species, they are matriarchal, with the biggest and oldest females getting rewarded with the matriarchy. They also have the longest gestation period among mammals, almost 22 months. That's a mighty long time. On a rather sad note, the African elephant is listed as an endangered species. Once elephants roamed around the whole of Africa, but have now been threatened by poachers hunting them down for their tusks. Currently, the remaining numbers are estimated at only 400,000, and they're now limited to conservation areas and the savannah. Number 4. Whale shark. Whale sharks are not, and in no way are related to, whales. These are sharks, and as such, they are the world's largest fish. The whale shark can grow up to an incredible 14 meters in length and weigh up to 12 metric tons. They have about 3,000 teeth, each about 6 millimeters long, but interestingly, they can't bite or chew. They are filter feeders, sieving their food through their gills for nourishment. What's even more fascinating is that these mariners can process over 6,000 liters of water every hour when feeding. If you're adventurous enough, you can swim with them as they are docile and very slow swimmers, reaching speeds of no higher than 5 kilometers an hour, and pose no real threat to humans. The same cannot be said about their cousins, the great whites and the bull sharks. Number 3. Saltwater crocodile. Saltwater crocs are massive. They're currently the largest living reptiles on the planet, reaching lengths of more than 5.5 meters and weighing over 550 kilos. It is the only species of crocodilian to exceed 4.8 meters, and the largest ever recorded saltwater croc weighed over 1,000 kilograms and measured about 7 meters long. Named for its unique ability to survive in salty seawater, it's so well adapted to living in its saline habitat, but it's also comfortable in freshwater as well. These massive crocs have a long lifespan, with many of them living more than 65 years, longer than any other crocodile species. Did you know that most crocodiles are in fact harmless and would rather avoid humans than confront them? Sounds counterintuitive, right? Well, we can debate those claims for days and then it would bore us to death. But one thing we can agree on is that saltwater crocs are not to be messed with. These massive reptiles are formidable predators and are reckoned to be one of the most dangerous animals in the world. They are opportunistic predators, masters at ambushing and submerging unwary prey at the water edges. They will clamp down even the largest prey in their powerful jaws and scary sharp teeth and perform their classic maneuver dubbed the death roll, guaranteeing their kill.
Now it's time for today's best pick.
In today's best pick, we have a picture sent to us by a subscriber, just like you. It shows a giant grizzly bear taken down by a seasoned hunter. Number 2. Grizzly bear. Grizzlies are a subspecies of the brown bears. They're the largest living carnivore, a position which they share with their closest relatives, the polar bears. Well, brown bears are actually anatomical omnivores, meaning they can be exclusively herbivores or exclusively carnivores depending on the readily available diet. They're the only predators of that kind in the animal world. Grizzly bears are enormous predators, with the largest mature grizzly weighing more than 300 kilograms and standing 1 meter tall. But the massive 725 kilogram, 3.5 meter tall specimen caught in Alaska tramps them all. It has a massive head with big sharp teeth, and its gigantic paws with impressive claws were enough to cause the knees of most seasoned hunters to shake. Grizzlies are intelligent animals with incredible navigation skill, and they're known to have a keen sense of smell that's 100 times better than a human. Oh yeah, they're quite fast too, easily speeding at 65 kilometers an hour.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Number 1. Blue whale. A full-size grown blue whale weighs upwards to 200 metric tons and spans well over 35 meters. It is the largest animal on Earth. Ironically, in order to sustain their massive size, blue whales feed on one of the tiniest marine life, krill. This means that they will have to consume a lot of krill to survive. Actually, a single adult blue whale will consume up to 3.6 metric tons of krill a day. That's as many as 40 million krill. The reason why blue whales feed exclusively on the tiny krill is because they have a very, very small throat that's only 20 centimeters in diameter. They cannot swallow large prey, and the best part is that they could not swallow a human even if they tried. As massive as they are, they're graceful swimmers, cruising the speed at over 8 kilometers an hour, but can reach top speeds of more than 50 kilometers an hour if needed. Being mammals, they can't breathe in water. Instead, they must regularly ascend to the ocean's surface to take in oxygen before they can make the dive again. You made it to the end of the video, but hey, we'd love to see you again. If you click the subscribe and bell buttons, we'll always notify you when a fantastic video just like this one comes up. We have a lot more that you will enjoy. You can start by checking out the 2 already showing up on your screen. Keep it 100.